It's pronounced
Like that, yeah.
pronounced just like that.
Uh-huh. We have fun during the breaks,
We do.
people. All right, the recent uptick in COVID is probably making you reconsider hitting up your favorite restaurant. But don't worry, there are still tons of new takeout options for the entire family.
Joining us now is the foodie queen herself, Stephanie Hansen. Let's give it up for Stephanie. Hit the applause button. Thank you. Thank you.
I love your haircut, by the way, Stephanie Hansen, because I haven't seen you in person or talked to you since you got it. So
Thank you. It's kind of funny to follow, Daphne and Jamaica and Gail with their fancy lighting, and here I am in my kitchen. But I'm going to bring it for you guys.
Hey, we
But
call
look at that decor.
we call that Minnesota
yeah.
real. That's what that is.
It's true.
Yeah.
I think the word is authentic.
Authentic.
I love
My
that about
authentic self.
Yes.
you. Okay, well, we just mentioned it. Takeout spots for family meals specifically, because I know it's easy for me to just get something for just myself, but if you've got a whole crew, it's a different story.
Yeah, and I think the mask mandates coming back has made it harder for families just to pop into places. So a lot of the restaurants have been really great about pivoting and finding ways that they can service families on a takeout basis by having larger family meals. So have either of you guys heard of a place called Toma Moho Grill in Ridgedale?
I have not.
No, me neither.
Okay. It's fantastic, and it's fairly new. And what they do is they have flavors inspired by Spain and Portugal, and it's fast casual. And what they do is they serve these family-sized platters. And so you can get a whole chicken. And then the key to all of this is their amazing sauces. They've got piri piri sauce, and they've got a citrus mojo sauce, an herb aioli. And then they serve it with two sides, two sauces, and for $36 you can get a whole roast chicken. It'll feed a family of 3 to 4. At our house it would feed us probably for a couple days. So it's just an awesome opportunity to get a good meal that's fast casual, that's not just full of junk. The sides and the sauces are really, I just think, so amazing. And they've also got pork, and they do this thing. Have either of you heard of an errand beer?
A what beer?
An errand beer. It's a beer that you tell your wife you're not having, that you're doing errands. So they were like, okay, we have happy hour every day. So when you come to pick up your order, you can sit and have a glass of our homemade sangria.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Your
that sounds
errand beer.
right up Tom's alley.
It does.
Errand beer.
So, Stephanie, is that located where Bar Louie used to be?
No, it
No.
isn't. It's a standalone location.
Oh.
It almost looks like it was an old lighting store.
Huh. Okay. Very interesting. Well,
Toma
good to know.
Moho Grill.
Got it. Also,
All right.
yeah, we've got some other locations to talk about. Is it, how do I, ROTI?
Roti,
Roti.
Mediterranean Grill. And they have 3 locations. They have St. Louis Park, IDS, and University of Minnesota. I just bring this one up because they don't have necessarily family-sized meals, but they've got this great deal. For $53, you can get a whole order of family-sized falafel or salmon kebabs. And the food here is just super fresh. And I think people during the month of January are really craving fresh. So salmon kebabs and pickled vegetables, hummus with pita, flavored rice. And then they give you baklava and cookies for the kids. It's just really good. So for 4 to 6, a family feast, it's $53.
Not bad. Not bad
Okay,
at all.
I'm really excited I get to read this one because I get to say it like this. Shish! Mediterranean Cafe in St. Paul.
It's so good. This is a family-owned place, and they don't use any frozen meats. They work with a local farm, so I like that about them.
Cool.
But for $40 to $50, you can get a whole family feast. Again, it serves 3 to 4 generously. They do have a veggie curry or gyros or even vegan falafel. So if you've got some dietary issues in your family or opportunities to eat a little healthier, rice, hummus, green salad, and everything comes with tons of pita, and everything they make there is super good. This is a really delicious spot if you're in St. Paul on Grand Avenue.
Yeah, the images we're showing, they look terrific. Next up, also over in St. Paul, we were talking about the Urban Growler.
Yeah, this is 2 women who I just am so fond of, and they are a brewery, but they're also feeding a lot of families in St. Paul. They have a family meal. They have adult macaroni and cheese, which people really like, which comes with pulled pork on it, and it's a large portion. They also have buttermilk fried chicken that they do with the fixins, with coleslaw and pickles. You can pick tots or fries, and I always think
Oh.
fried chicken is great for kids.
Man.
It's reasonably priced,
and for Dad.
and then you can also leave with a crowler or a growler of beer because they make super great beer. And I think this place again is a little bit undersung. Their fish fry is one of the few in town that actually has perch, which is kind of a Wisconsin thing.
Yep. Perch is great. It's so good.
Absolutely.
It's a light fish. It's similar to walleye. It's very.
Tell me all about perch.
I've caught many a perch in
Then
my
they're
day.
little, so
Many a
they're like
perch.
little,
Panfish.
just like they're almost like little chicken fingers that you can just dip in
Exactly.
your tartar sauce.
Yeah, they don't get super big. It's kind of like a bass too, if you ever had bass.
Right.
Very similar.
God, look at Tom. Are you a fisherman?
Oh yeah, since I was a kid. Oh yeah. Used to make my own little lead heads.
Oh,
Jig
I
with 'em.
like that.
We gotta
yeah.
go, you two. I know there's a lot to talk about with perch and everything else, but we gotta go to break. Stephanie's gonna be back
Yes.
with some great one-pot pasta meals in just a second.
Fish on! Fish on! It's a good fighting fish. It is. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are back with Stephanie Hansen. We know we're in the thick of winter and everyone is craving one-pot recipes right now. Am I right, Kendall?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
all about that because I hate dishes. Seth,
Yeah. It's just so
Everybody hates dishes.
literally hate them so much. The first one you have looks delicious. Lemon ricotta. Okay, don't make fun of me. Farfalla. I don't cook.
Farfalle, that's right.
Farfalle.
You did it right. Or, you know, everybody else just calls them bow tie pasta.
Oh, bow tie
And
pasta.
that's-
Who wrote this?
Okay, that's the dish I'm actually going to make today, too, for you, Kendall. Yes. So, you guys, here's the thing about one-pot pastas, and I just figured this out somewhat recently, so I thought I would share. You can make like a whole pasta dish by boiling the pasta in broth, right? And then you just finish the whole dish inside the pot.
So no draining.
So, yeah. So instead of using water and then draining everything, we're just making it all in this one pot. So I'm going to improvise a little bit here because it's TV, obviously, but I already had my broth in there. I'm going to add a little bit more because it looks a little dry. You use about 4 cups. And then you put your pasta in there and you let it come to a boil and you boil it for about 10 to 12 minutes. I'm also going to make it lemony. So I'm adding some lemon juice. And the 3 recipes I wrote all use the same technique of everything already being in the pot. So let a lemon zest. My kitchen smells so good, you guys, because it's full of lemon and garlic. A little
Speaking
garlic.
my love language, lemon and garlic. Just add some
Right,
onions.
girlfriend.
Hey.
I've
great
never,
breath.
garlic is like my favorite. And I dated a guy once that was always worried about his garlic breath. I was
See?
like, oh no, I'm all for it.
It's okay. Some of us are into it.
Like French bread.
Yeah. Okay, so everything is in the pot. You bring it up to a boil, and then you're going to add all these other ingredients. You're going to add Parmesan cheese. You're going to add ricotta. You're going to add sour cream. You're going to add cream. And then you mix it all up and you wait till your pasta's done, put all the other ingredients in. And then at the end, because you got to have some healthy stuff, right?
Of course.
So we have
Of course.
arugula. I
Just
can hear you
sprinkling
laughing,
of
Kendall.
arugula.
Arugula or some spinach.
Yeah.
And when it's all said and done, I don't know if you can see this. I made this like literally right before we got on here
Tilted
this
a
morning.
little bit toward us. Yeah.
But
we got that. Yeah. Looks great.
it's just like a creamy, delicious one-pot meal. So there's not a lot of dishes. Kids will like it.
No.
You could improvise if you wanted to. You could cut up some chicken into little bits and put that in the pasta at the same time when you're cooking it.
Shrimp,
It would
whatever.
almost like poach it
Yeah.
if you cut it into chicken breast into small enough pieces. But when it's all said and done, you know, it looks pretty good and
that.
it tastes pretty wonderful. And I
Yum.
have a recipe that I did for this. I also have one that's with sage and with mushrooms. Again, same technique where you put the broth in and then you put your noodles in. And then I have one that is with red sauce that has artichoke hearts and Kalamata olives and capers. It's kind of more of like a puttanesca style.
Yes. That's up my alley. I love capers and red sauce and artichoke hearts, all that.
I love carbs.
Yes.
Just any carb.
All of
That
them.
one, Tom, has a little bit of acid in it too with the sauce, so it's kind of bright and fresh.
Yeah.
A lot of these dishes you can really improvise too. It's hard to cook if you have family or you work. You know, you come home and you're so exhausted.
Right.
Right.
And this is a great way to do it. And as you said, one pot. And I love that idea of having the broth in there with the pasta.
It flavors
Easy.
the pasta.
Yeah.
because it soaks it in, and then you're also adding salt to the water. So you really get a flavorful pasta to start with versus trying to make it tasty after the fact.
You've done it again, Stephanie.
So good.
Done it.
If you want
Thanks,
any of
you
these
guys.
recipes,
One pot pastas, give it a try.
pasta.
On it.
From the One Pot Lady, I love you. If you want any of this, by the way, always head to stephaniesdish.com.
Very good. Now we're hungry. Now we're hungry.
Yeah, she's not here to give it
I'm
to
so
me
glad.
now.
We'll be right back.
Usually she feeds me the pasta.
Right.
I just gotta go over the field.